Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm definitely feeling better than yesterday, and I think there's some reasons why. I didn't consume one thing, and then I didn't consume another thing, and so I feel a little bit better. And I'm also making some gains in the gym, and so I'm going to take this opportunity while I'm feeling a little bit better to talk about everything or try to think about everything that I've been experiencing since being on a keto diet with more animal products in it. And it's been about 2.5 weeks now since I've basically cut out all carbs. And so let's talk about it. All right, so I just got back from the gym, and let's just get off the bat. Let's get on the bat. Let's start off with one thing that has definitely been happening since I've gone to a ketogenic diet, a super low carb diet, and that is I've been getting way stronger. Like, I've been feeling so much stronger, and I first started working out like at the gym, lifting weights. After not working out for 2 years, I started lifting again about a month ago. And when I first started, for example, I was doing the bench press, and I could barely do like 210s and the five on, like I could barely do 25 pounds on each side. And now I'm building my way up to 35s on each side, which is about 115 or 105, 115. And then for squats, I'm getting way stronger on the squats. I've noticed that when I first started, I started off with like 25s on each side, and then I went up to 35s, and then today I'm able to do a full set of 45s on each side, which is 135, and that's within a couple of weeks. And I think that one thing is that is allowing this to happen is the lack of inflammation going on in my body. My body just feels so much looser, and my muscles can move. My muscles can move better, and there's not this there's not this inflammation in my joints, which disallows me from being able to make certain movements and be strong. And so I think that's a factor. And then also just the lack of carbs and the increase of fat and protein, which I don't know if I'm necessarily eating way more protein than I was, because when I was eating not a ketogenic diet, I was also eating like beans and stuff. But I've just definitely noticed that I'm getting stronger pretty quick, and so that's a definite bonus. And I guess let's talk about why I think I feel better today. Like, literally, this is the day after making that video talking about how I felt awful in certain ways. And I basically just cut out the olive oil. And then I also, that day, I ate bacon, which was uncured, had nothing else except for celery powder on it. And I don't know, I didn't eat that yesterday too, so I don't know if that was it. Yesterday I ate like eggs, which I seem to tolerate okay. I've cut them out for a while before, but now I added them back in yesterday. So I ate like eggs and avocados, and that was pretty much it. And then like vegetables and stuff. And then I don't have the same feeling that I had yesterday of like my head squeezing in. And so, yeah, that's definitely a good thing, and I'm super grateful for that. And I'm in my closet again. This is like this most secret place to live. Or what? I don't live in a closet. This is like the most secret place to make a video. And why is... Sorry. I need to tighten this. Anyways, but I like just moved into this house with a bunch of other people that I never met before last month, and so I don't know if I'm necessarily comfortable making videos like in front of everybody. And so I like having this little closet in my room that I can make videos in. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? So everything that I've been noticing on the ketogenic diet, and oh, also I'm gonna experiment with avocado oil today, because I tolerate avocados pretty good, except for I do get bloated from them, which is probably because they have a frick load of fiber. But I don't get my concussion symptoms, and I still have this lack of inflammation. So I get bloated, but I don't have this inflammation. And so it's kind of weird how things are working. But I'm going to try some avocado oil. I'm still going to eat avocados, but I'm trying to gain a few more pounds, keep building muscle. And so I'm trying to eat like 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. and it's really hard eating a lot of calories from like eggs or whatever. So adding oils is an easy way to get calories. But I'm not necessarily a fan of oils as much. I feel like they make me feel worse in some ways, but I'm gonna experiment with avocado oil. And another thing that I think was also making me feel worse is that I was having this vegan butter that I mentioned before. And what are we doing? Had this vegan I was having this vegan butter which had coconut oil but also had cashews and sunflower oil, which I don't think that the sunflower oil was doing me any good, and it said it had no carbs, so I'm not sure how much of the cashew was in it. It said it was like fermented, and so I wouldn't get a lot of concussion symptoms from it at all. Like my concussion, when I say concussion symptoms, I mean like my spatial awareness symptoms, like I can sense where things are, and then sensitivities to sound. Like those haven't been coming since I've been doing super low carb. And yeah, so I cut out that vegan butter, and I think it helped me not feel as awful because it was just wearing me down, all that sunflower oil and whatever. And so I cut that out, and I've noticed an improvement with that. And I'm still, am I even in focus? Okay. So yeah, I noticed an improvement cutting that out. And so, okay, let's go over a brief timeline of the last 2.5 weeks. So when I first started, I was feeling a little bit nauseous I was eating a lot of grass-fed beef and avocados. Or actually, I started off with just fish and grass-fed beef. And then my head started feeling really weird, and so I started adding in electrolytes, and that definitely helped. And I was feeling nauseous sometimes, and that hasn't been happening in the last like 2 weeks. It only happened like the first week, and so I don't know what that was, but that has not been happening. And let's see, throughout this whole time I haven't had like any concussion symptoms. As far as the spatial awareness stuff, I've had other symptoms like I mentioned in my last video, saying I feel terrible, like my head feeling like it's being squeezed like a freaking walnut. Like that stuff happens, and then I have other symptoms that can happen, like my brain just feeling really slow and feeling kind of awkward, and like I want to get away from people and kind of anxious in that way. But I think I'm still learning what helps and what doesn't help. I think I got that electrolyte I got this electrolyte mixture that I was adding to my foods or to my water, and that had helped. And then I also recently just started adding a lot of Himalayan pink salt, sea salt, into my water, like a lot of it, and then a lot on my food, and that has actually helped a lot because the first I've noticed that since I switched to keto, I was peeing. I was going number one a lot, and I wasn't like retaining my water. And so I started adding more and more salt, and that has helped me not go to the bathroom as much, and also just my head hasn't felt as off as I had mentioned before. It still can feel a little bit weird, but it has improved. And like right now, I feel better. I still have the world still feels really far away, like derealization symptoms, which sucks. And my mood can be very up and down, and it's pretty drastic how like I don't like lash out at anybody, but I can just tell within me it's like I can be just like totally not wanting to deal with people, and I can be switch because of what I eat and like want to be around people and be happier. And so it's been a roller coaster with that. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep going with this. Part of me is so scared to add back in certain carbohydrates because I just love the one thing I love is that I'm more able to like sing and play music, and like the spatial awareness symptoms, and I'm getting stronger. And so a certain lack of symptoms is definitely so nice. It's so nice. Like a lot, like it's so nice. Um, and yeah. So what else do I want to talk about? I don't think I'm gonna talk about anything else. Um, yeah, like today is definitely a better day because I cut out that olive oil, I think, or maybe it was the bacon, or maybe some magical spirit just happened to press a button within me and I feel a little bit better today. But I also noticed that I do feel better when I go to the gym as far as my mood and my clarity. Like today, I've been going to the gym and I play basketball a little bit, and that's a nice thing too because when my concussion symptoms aren't bad, then I can run around and do all these crazy acrobatics with the basketball, and it's pretty cool. And then I'd work out, and I've been doing full body workouts, and maybe I don't really feel like I'm not taking the camera to the gym. Nope. But I've definitely been making progress in that, so that is cool. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be it again. I'm gonna go. I haven't eaten anything, and I'm also thirsty, so I've been putting this. Here, follow me. Ooh. Been putting this sea salt. Been putting this sea salt. Been putting this in my water, and I got this cool pink water bottle. And then I'm also, this morning I put some magnesium in it. I put that in it because I ran out of my electrolyte powder, and I'm gonna stop taking this because it has like zinc and other things which I'm sure are good, but I don't know if there's just a lot of variables within it. And so I'm gonna just have my electrolyte water be magnesium, salt, and why am I so close to the camera right now? It's gonna be magnesium, salt, and potassium, and we will see how that goes. And yeah, so I'm gonna go eat and drink, or I'm gonna drink and then eat. Make sure that water gets out of my stomach. I'm not trying to eat with water in my stomach because that is not a good situation for digestion. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.